Guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here bringing you a video that I've been trying to work on for about a week now, and I'm finally uploading it. It's the top 20 movies I ever watched. This is one of my random countdowns. It's not meant for roller coasters, but instead, my favorite movies I've ever watched. And here are some nominees, and number 20 is Rush Hour 2. This is a good movie, in my opinion. It's probably the best Rush Hour out of all the Rush Hours. And overall, it's a good movie. The villains are good. And the heroes are awesome. This is one of those good comedy action combos. Number 19 is the only Mission Impossible movie to be on this list. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Of all the Mission Impossible movies, I thought this one was the best. I thought the villain was pretty cool. I really like all the good guys. And overall, this movie's pretty good. Number 18 is The Waterboy. This movie's actually pretty similar to Space Jam, with there being a big competition with sports, where it's like the championship game or something, and the Waterboy decides to play football, and he loves water, and overall this is a good movie. Number 17 is Tombstone. This is the only Wild West movie I've watched. Well, besides Back to the Future Part 3, that's not on this list. But Tombstone overall is a very good movie. It's action-packed. It has some pretty good comedy in there. And it's one of the best. Next up, on number 16, is the legendary Back to the Future. This is an awesome movie. It's pretty funny, has some good action. And it's a science-packed movie with the DeLorean traveling back in time to like 1955, and Marty's in it, and he has to get back to the future to 1985 and then head to 2015, which it's 2016 the year I'm filming this, so it would be the past. Next is Big Daddy, and Adam Sandler is hanging out with this little kid basically the whole movie. It's pretty hilarious. Like, Adam Sandler's teaching the kid to do what he does, and it's, overall, this movie's pretty good. Number 14 is the knockoff of Star Wars Episode 4, Spaceballs. This is an awesome knockoff of Star Wars, and this is an amazing movie. It's pretty funny, has some good action, and overall, this is one of my favorites. Number 13 is another most excellent movie. It's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Bill and Ted travel back in time because they have a history project they have to do, and if they don't get an A+, they flunk school. And it's a pretty amazing movie. It's pretty funny. It has some good moments, and overall, it's a most excellent movie. Number 12 is Titanic, and this is a good movie. It's kind of long, though, but it's still a good movie. It shows the story of the Titanic and how it sank, and yeah. Number 11, barely missing the top 10, is Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. On the big screen, this movie is amazing. Like, pure amazing. And overall, this movie is one of my favorite Indiana Jones movies. The villains are pretty cool. Indiana Jones has an awesome adventure, and he hates snakes. Number 10 is a movie that's still in theaters when I'm filming this. This is Batman vs. Superman, or Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This is an amazing movie, in my opinion. It may be a bit long, but still, this movie has some good action, but the one thing I probably don't like about this movie is that it lacked the Superman versus Batman fight. But overall, this movie's good, except for that one minor part where Batman does not fight Superman that much, or Superman does not fight Batman that much, but still, this movie's really good. Number 9 is Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom. This is my favorite Indiana Jones movie, and overall, this is a very good movie. The villains are good, the heroes are awesome, and this is just one of those awesome movies that you can't help but love. And number 8 is another Adam Sandler movie, and the first Chris Farley movie on this list, Billy Madison. Billy Madison is Adam Sandler, and he has to go through school to own his dad's factory or hotel business. I kind of forgot. And this guy right here, he has to try and get it before Billy does, but he fails. And Chris Farley's a bus driver for a field trip that Adam Sandler and his friends are on, and it's a pretty hilarious movie. Number 7 is another Chris Farley movie, Beverly Hills Ninja. This is an amazing movie. It has some good action. The evil villain is Martin Tanley guy, but still, this movie is very good. There's some good action. It's hilarious. It's everything you could want out of an action comedy movie. The only problem is the duration is so short. Number 6 is a comedy classic, Tommy Boy. This movie is about 20 years old, I think, and this movie is a very hilarious movie. From this quote, "Holy shnikes," to other things. This movie has some of the best comedy you could get out of almost any movie on the planet. Like, it's so hilarious, and Tommy takes over his dad's factory after his dad dies, and he has to sell several brake pads to stay in business, and the whole town goes under if the business does not stay open, and overall, this is a really good movie. Now we're at our top 5. Number 5 is The Goonies. This is just a pure amazing movie. It deserves to be on the top 5, and overall, this movie has some good action, good comedy, and I think this is just one of those amazing action-packed treasure movies that everyone loves, and it's one of the best big screen movies of all time. Number 4 is the hilarious Caddyshack. This is one of those comedy movies that does not need Chris Farley to be the best comedy movie ever. This movie is just pure amazing. There's so many hilarious jokes, and it's just pure hilarious. Now we're at the big 3. Number 3 is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I know the other Star Wars episodes didn't really appeal to me, but this episode did. It had a lot of great action. This is what the movie's known for, the action. And we get introduced to several new characters, like the BB-8 droid, Kylo Ren, and a lot more characters. And this is a great movie overall. And if you haven't seen the movie, I'm going to tell you right now, turn off the video and skip a few seconds, but Han Solo died. Number 2 is the comedy sport movie Happy Gilmore. This is an amazing movie. It has some great comedy, and it's with golf, kind of like with Caddyshack. And this movie is one of Adam Sandler's best movies, in my opinion. It has some good action, but not the most of action. It has the comedy you want, and overall, this movie is pretty hilarious. And especially when Shooter McGavin's pretty mad about losing to Happy Gilmore with his trick. And my favorite movie ever is Pixels. Okay, so Pixels is my favorite movie. A lot of people say Pixels is one of the worst movies they've ever watched, but I don't agree with them. I found this movie to be amazing. The action is awesome. The characters are amazing. I don't get why this movie gets bad reviews. Like, this movie is just pure amazing. My favorite movie ever. I really like the actors and the characters. I really like the video game characters. And overall, this is an awesome movie. They're playing for the planet. Adam Sandler's in this movie, along with a ton of other good actors. And overall, this is just one of the best movies I've ever watched. And the best I'll probably ever watch. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Come on. What the heck's wrong with this thing? Pause. Come on. What the heck?